Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is Heike and maybe you already know me from my feel good workout or my dance videos or my daily energies on Instagram and Facebook. Today we're here for the energy update for the following week, February 8th through 14th. And the first thing that's very influential on the energy is the new moon on February 11th, which actually brings love and hope back. And of course, it's close to Valentine's Day, February 14th, so that's not a surprise, I guess. But it's all about friendship, about being connected, humanitarian efforts, meeting, gathering, and even if it's online, so many people have been suffering from isolation, and we all know it's one of the human necessities, the basics that we need to be together. And those basics are coming into focus, and well, we need them, so we have to find a way to live these necessities, and we will. That's what it's about. The same day, or at the same time, there is a very powerful planetary lineup in Aquarius. It's not only the new moon, it's also Mercury, Venus, Saturn and Jupiter. And this is a concentration that is very powerful regarding to humanity and progressive changes. We just have to be a little bit mindful because there's also a square Mars, so not to act with impulse. That's important. Just taking it step by step as Mercury retrograde advises anyway. And we know that's still ongoing until February 20th. And then there's a little hiccup when it's direct before it really starts to move. So yeah, we need to be a little bit patient still with communication and everything, but it's very good because we can make use of the time, and we'll come to that later. So the next thing is taking place on February 12th, which is the Chinese New Year, and it's the year of the metal ox. And that's very interesting because that emphasizes putting in the hard work, optimism and honesty, and I'm sure you all agree this is something we could really need. So very interesting, because as the astrologers state, we will all be using this, learning this, doing this. So we're in for rewards and abundance, and of course positive changes. We need to be thinking outside the box to solve problems. We cannot anymore refer to anything from the past, because we're living in extraordinary times which are, as I think in my last energy update tried to emphasize, which need new approaches, and we can only take that step by step so that we notice how our surrounding changes with the changes we make, so that we can adjust at all times and not anymore trying to solve anything with anything that we did in the past, because it has been a different paradigm and therefore it's not working anymore. If you have seen the film The Matrix, then I can only say, as Dr. Bruce Lipton also says or states, or many other scientists, it's not a fiction, it's reality. That's what it is. So within this next year, we will be reaching out for help, and we will be helping each other. So it's very much about the community, it's very much about recognizing the value of friendship and of being together, working together, creating something together. And this is a great chance to make progressive changes in our lives. I think we have all learned throughout the last year that change is very much the continuum. We all knew that. But what we were lacking really is the human experience, and that's what we're here for, to have this human experience. So experiencing constant change and very sudden changes, that was what we all learned and what we can all now cope with, I think. So this makes us stronger and also more conscious of changes and of where we want to go to, because we can decide which continuums we want in our lives. And that leads to the next part. This is again what my guides have been saying and what they wanted me to tell you. Because we're seeing extreme chaos at the moment and extreme confusion, and the next part is extreme chaos versus new beginnings. And my guide said this extreme chaos we see because there's so much cleansing going on. They say that, or they reminded me that the chaos seems to be worst because before the new solution or the new situation comes into being and shows itself, so that you can that it's tangible, that you can see it in the outside. And that this extreme chaos is due to cleansing, to extreme cleansing on all levels, meaning even in our physical bodies, physical cleansing, mental cleansing, emotional cleansing, spiritual cleansing. This all refers to us, but then it also refers to the collective, to the outside, and you see all those changes. So there's so much happening at the same time and so fast that it's very difficult to adapt sometimes. Sometimes it's so much easier to observe, and this is actually also what we are called to do more, to just observe, to sit with it, to even sit with our emotional reactions to it, and trying to not so much interpret into it or to have a long emotional reaction to it, to just let the thoughts pass, to just let the news pass. Because as we know, everything is changing constantly. And this is, interesting enough, reflected by the weather. I mean, we all go through these extreme cold, wind, lots of snow, very unusual, and maybe you notice the volatility of temperature and how that is changing. It's amazing. It just goes like this. I haven't seen that I don't know when I have seen that actually. I remember so much snow in 1978. So yeah, very interesting. And at the moment, because of all this, maybe you feel as if you are in a bad story that's just never ending. And there are certain parts of society who seem to like to make us think this. But just remember, every tunnel has an end, and there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and the new energy is already here and it's constantly flowing. Energy is not standing still. So the light of the tunnel is coming closer to us, towards us. The only thing is, are we ready for it? And that's the task. As you know, one thing that always helps is really focusing on your personal dreams, on what you want to bring into being in this world. The other thing is to focus on the human ideals, world peace, starting with inner peace, love, health, abundance, what did I forget? Happiness for all of us. So if you focus on that and you focus on your dreams, this is how you bring it into being. And then taking your personal responsibility. And your personal responsibility is exactly this. Are you ready for it? Are you ready on a physical level? I've been through, well, you might notice I'm looking tired because I've been going through a severe physical cleansing. So this happens when you have been cleaning mentally, cleaning out old beliefs, cleaning out old thought patterns, habits, and when you have been emotionally cleansing, cleaning out grief, cleaning out anger, frustration, anything like that, then also your body has to do it. And then of course your environment changes. Maybe you then get acknowledged for the work you do, or acknowledged more for the person you are, or both at the same time when you're lucky. So just notice all these changes and try to be as conscious of it as you can. You can't push personal development. You process everything as soon as you can. You can't learn your lessons faster. You can only learn them. But really acknowledge, what do you still need to do to be ready for what you want? Because that's what it's all about. Many of us are getting impatient or getting frustrated, thinking we want this to end, we want the new. Yes, and that's understandable, I totally get that. But if what you want is a vibrational match to what you are from the inside, it will be here. So if it's not yet here, it's not about getting annoyed with any structure in the outside or other people or whatever, blaming others. No, that's your ego trying to actually mislead you. No, it's about you, always. So I just checked my notes to see if I forgot something. Second page. No, we're done. Okay, so thank you for your patience, for your attention. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, and for sharing, because as you know, this means so much to me. I would really like to see so many more healthy, happy people in this world. And we can, even if the circumstances are as they are. Our higher source, whatever you call it, has put us here. And it has not put us here to just leave us alone. Okay, you can cope with it now. You're without financial resources. You're without... No. The promise is, we have it all. The only person, what is the word? Not allowing this coming to us is ourselves. So again, here we are. Are you ready? Lots of love, and thank you so much for sharing my vision of a happy, healthy world.